Hello everyone, and welcome to Audubon at Home. My name is Lisa, and I'm from the Audubon Society. So today, we're going to meet one of our animal ambassadors that represents a group of animals that there are more of than any other animal on Earth. I'm talking about insects. And so, what I have here to meet you are Madagascar Hissing Cockroaches. And that name tells you an awful lot about this animal. It tells you where it's from, Madagascar, which is an island off the coast of Africa, and a place where there's a lot of rainforest. So we know a lot about them already. We know that they're originally from Africa, and we know that they like to live in rainforest habitats. Hissing, the second part of their name, has to do with a defense strategy that they use. Something they do when they get scared to help protect them and prevent them from being eaten by a predator, okay? So if they get startled, they make a noise, a shh kind of noise. That noise is not because they can talk like we can. They don't have vocal cords like we do. What they do have is right along their body, they've got these little holes right along on their third part of their body called their abdomen. They've got these little holes. And when they push air out through those holes, it makes a sound like a hiss. So Madagascar, where they're from, hissing, what they do when they're scared. And cockroach tells you the kind of insect that they are. There are a lot of different kind of cockroaches in the world. Cockroaches that oh, did you hear that? Oh, it's showing you right there. It made that hissing noise just so that you could hear that, since I was telling you all about it. Good job. So cockroaches are a very common insect. And the cockroaches that people don't like having in their apartments or their houses, that's not these guys. Those cockroaches are trying to eat our trash and they're running around our houses really fast. These cockroaches don't run around really fast. And they're not trying to eat our trash. What they're trying to do is they're trying to be a recycler. They're nature's recyclers. They're called a decomposer. And that just means that they eat dead stuff. So they're super important in the world. They help eat up all the dead leaves, all the little rotting bits of fruit and seeds that fall to the ground. There's a lot of things like that in the rainforest, so that's a super important job. They turn that stuff into soil so new plants can grow. Now you probably noticed by looking at them, I'm gonna turn this so you can see the one that's on the top here, you probably noticed their colors. There's a lot of black, a lot of brown, and there's some stripes on their body. So they've got some colors that help them camouflage. This kind of camouflage helps them blend in with their surroundings. So they've got this sort of concealing colors that help them camouflage. Their body is the same color as the dirt and the little bits of leaves and twigs that are on the ground where they're crawling around. Now you'll also notice there's two of them. This kind of insect doesn't mind being together with other Madagascar hissing cockroaches. This is not a solitary animal. It likes to nest in groups in hollowed out logs. You can see this piece of bark that it's living on. This is actually from their tank where they live here at the Audubon Society. They love hiding underneath these, and they like to be together with the other Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Now I'm just going to point out a couple of cool features about them because you might have noticed. They are an insect, so that means they've got all those insect body parts, right? So if we look at them, we might be able to see, oh, I'm sorry that I scared you. You might be able to see in the very front, that's where their head is, okay? And on their head is where they've got their two eyes and their two antennae. These two Madagascar hissing cockroaches look like they're missing one of their antennae. They're a little bit older. Sometimes they break and they have to try to molt before they can grow anything back in an insect. Molting is when an insect gets too big. It's trying to grow, but it doesn't have skin like we do. It has its hard outer shell called an exoskeleton on the outside of its body. So when it grows, or even when it's trying to just get bigger and get rid of its old skin cells that are no longer working for it anymore. It has to shed its outer skin. Crabs do that, crayfish do that, maybe you've seen that before. So that's what molting is. So when they molt, they can sometimes start to grow back pieces like their antenna. Now you probably also notice that they've got a lot of legs here. Insects have 6 legs, and you can see on these legs there are little claws so that they can climb up into the trees and into the rotten logs that they like to hang onto. So they've got their head. It's a little hard to see their middle part of their body, and then this part of their body here is their abdomen. So 3 body parts, 6 legs, 2 eyes, 2 antennae. These guys do not have wings that you can see. A lot of insects have their wings folded so they don't look like they have wings. In this case, there's no wings on these cockroaches, but there are lots of other animals that do have wings, and some cockroaches have wings as well. So this species of cockroach doesn't have wings, but other cockroaches do have wings. So I hope you enjoyed getting to know our Madagascar hissing cockroaches with their wonderful camouflage and their really important job of being decomposers. Next time you see insects that are outside, see if you can tell if they look like this or if they look different than this, what they have in common and what they have different. Thank you for joining us for Audubon at Home.